James chapter 1, verses 2 and 3 encourages believers to consider it pure joy whenever they face trials of many kinds, because the testing of their faith produces perseverance. This passage speaks directly to the heart of every Christian, challenging us to rise above complacency and engage deeply with the internal struggles. The season of Lent prompts us to examine the desires of our hearts against the will of God, understanding that this tension is not a barrier to our faith, but a catalyst for growth and deeper commitment to God's purposes. Complacency in our spiritual life is akin to stagnation in a river that was meant to flow freely. It represents a satisfaction with the status quo that hinders growth and prevents us from pursuing God's will with the zeal He desires. In the context of leadership, complacency can have significant negative effects, as illustrated by the presidency of James Buchanan. Before the Civil War, James Buchanan, the 15th President of the United States, believed that the issue of slavery would resolve itself in time and took a passive stance on the escalating tensions between the North and South. His complacency and failure to take decisive action are widely regarded as contributing to the nation's slide into the Civil War. Buchanan's presidency is a cautionary tale about the dangers of complacency and the negative impact of failing to confront and act upon critical issues. In contrast, embracing the internal struggle between personal desires and the will of God can lead to significant accomplishments. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, exemplifies a leader who wrestled with internal struggles and emerged with a burning desire to persevere, accomplishing something great in the process. Lincoln faced considerable opposition and personal doubt during his presidency, particularly regarding the issue of slavery and the Civil War. He wrestled with the moral, legal, and political ramifications of his decisions, including the Emancipation Proclamation, which declared freedom for all slaves in Confederate-held territory. Lincoln's internal struggle was not a sign of weakness, but of his profound engagement with the issues at hand. His determination to preserve the Union and end slavery was fueled by his deep moral convictions, demonstrating the power of perseverance through trials. James chapter 1 reminds us that trials should not be viewed as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. The internal struggle between our desires and God's will is not a battle to be avoided, but embraced. It is in this struggle that our faith is tested and our character is formed. Let us take inspiration from leaders like Lincoln, who showed us that wrestling with our internal struggles can lead to great achievements. May we leave complacency behind in our spiritual journey, embracing instead the challenges that refine us and draw us closer to God's will. This Lent, we commit anew our lives to Jesus.